just like that, we're back. Well, I have to put this off for un moment while I enter le password. Ugh. I'm so full. I ate so much. Oh, the server's not up. I have to jump on TeamSpeak and see what's happening. I guess I can turn that back on. Maybe nobody's there.
Connected. Channel switched. User joined your channel.
Hopefully something
guys.
puts the session up. Hey. Oh, excuse me. I ate way too much. Oh, I love that design effect. Delivery ended up so much better. I want to figure out something to do with this. I need to mess around in Illustrator though. Because I want to get more stylized 27 that more fits with everything else. Possibly even just use a different font for it. Oh, Paradox is funny.
User joined your channel.
Hey, there's Pick also.
Howdy.
Hey, Pick.
Random breathing into a microphone.
Won't be a big crowd tonight.
No, I guess not.
No.
Yeah, it's odd. Our Project Cars participation has really fallen off recently. I mean, I guess if it really comes down to it, sets up the session, I can always do it, but I would rather not. Let's go ahead and look at the options. Hmm. It seems like Mario's having issues specifically with Nurburgring. He is very odd. I'll refresh one more time here and see.
I'm setting up the room now, guys. So
I was
just
just
give me
getting
a
ready to
minute.
ask.
Okay.
I'm turning damage off this time.
I found out when I was practicing, they're always on.
Yeah, that's they must be doing updates or
In my
something.
in my settings.
I didn't know they had a server. I didn't think they did any Project Cars stuff. That's cool. These are the guys I run with on Saturdays. The Revs guys. That must be some of the US guys just doing practice stuff. I can't imagine why else. I mean, because, again, for the UK server, they would not be on this late.
12 laps is correct, right?
I think so. 12 is 2 minutes, 2 minutes something. A lap.
Yeah, that's what I was getting when I was practicing, just a little over 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Normally just randomly Googling, but the World Racers guys I was actually
All right,
introduced
room is up.
I was introduced to by Paradox. And the Revs guys I was actually introduced to through Brussels. So I've had the fortune of having those two particular parts of it having been introduced to me. So I didn't have to search for those two, which was nice. I think I just undid my livery. Yeah, I did. There we go. Le custom livery. Racing champ. Hey, Dobie. We almost have the Italian flag again. There's just no green on the inside here. I'm gonna have to search for that every time now. Oh, I'm so full. I had a little piece of fish, some corn, and then a bowl of fruit that was about that big around and about that deep. And the fruit is what really did it. Oh, it was so good though. I just couldn't stop. It was so good. Alright, so 4 and 3 felt absolutely fantastic. So we will leave it at that and see what times we get. Go, go, go! Oh, this is much brighter than what I was practicing in. Well, I do tend to practice in medium or heavy clouds. Uh-oh, looks like Mario's issues might still be continuing.
Yeah. He just texted me and he tried, but it was loading and it crashed again, so game over for him.
It really sucks. It's so weird. We might only have 3 people for this one tonight. Which would be disappointing because this should be a good combo. Ooh, meat and potato pie. That actually sounds really good. Destroyed your VM. No idea what that means. But pizza bites sound good. It's probably like pizza rolls. Just if it's at least similar enough. Oh, excuse me. Oof. All that citrus and acid. Oh, okay. I mean, I knew Virtual Machine. I just
Wonder where Manic and Drafter are tonight.
in that reference, I thought it was something else. I think Drafter is on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Razor? I
I
don't
saw
know.
Manic was in Project Cars a little bit ago before Steam went down.
Yeah, he tested
okay.
also and he's fired to race. One more down.
Okay. I guess it's just gonna be us three.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if Raven's gonna show up. He hadn't showed up last weekend, last Sunday in NASCAR. So.
Yeah, I don't think Raven
It's
will
up to you guys gonna do it or just cancel it.
Would have been kind of nice to know ahead of time that almost nobody was going to show up though, because I could have just done another race at the end of the stream.
I'm okay to run it if Hamster wants to run it.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, good.
I
mean, with 3 people, it'll probably just be us lapping by ourselves for 12 laps, but
This
you
is
never know.
an interesting combination. I haven't tried this before, so
Oh, it's fun.
Actually, since it's just the 4 of us, I know Mario was only having issues with this track, so we could always, again, since it's just us 4, we could always switch it if he finds a track that he can run.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that does sound like a bad idea. Adding lots of hardware style stuff. I don't know why I went back to the garage. Well, I had no plans to change
I don't know
anything.
if it's the patch or what, because I'm used to run over 80 FPS. Now I'm running about 40 FPS.
I would definitely guess it's 6.0 because I had 2 crashes today, so
Okay, it's the
it seems
patch.
like it's a little less stable than some of their previous patches for whatever reason.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm getting more stuttering tonight than I usually do.
I guess it's really the first patch in a while. They've added quite a lot of features, so that might be why.
That's also true.
A lot of the previous ones have just been fixes of stuff more than anything. Whereas this one, they actually added a few things in terms of being able to end sessions by time and
Okay, Mario's back.
sort of stuff.
Is he in the session with us?
I see his name and just text me that he's back. But he won't talk tonight. If he's back, he won't talk because his daughter is supposed to get up early tomorrow, so she's in the bed, and her room is right beside the room that he's racing, so he won't talk.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it does show 4 people in here now, which is annoying. Again, at least with 4, me and Paradox can probably have a fight between the 2 of us, and Mick and Mario can have a fight between the 2 of them. On cold tires, the car does not stick for that corner.
I know that feeling. I live with others myself, so when it gets late, and someone's trying to sleep, I can't talk either.
No.
So
That's one
I
of the
know the feeling.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the nice situations about where I'm at, is I do live with other people, but the townhome that we're in, the end of the townhome that I'm on is literally the exact opposite end that they are on, and they're downstairs and I'm upstairs, so it works out actually quite nicely. I mean, I obviously can't be super loud, but I can just do all my normal stuff at any time, which is very, very handy and quite nice. Well, yeah, hasn't disconnected yet, so maybe it'll actually work this time. Unless it's still loading. Because this is a really fun combination with these. I think I might need to take off more downforce though. If I really want to try and be competitive with Pick anyway. He seems to be able to run almost any car at very loose settings, which allows him to be very quick. I mean, besides the fact that he's just quick anyway, but the setups he's capable of running makes it even more advantageous. Still pushing it into that corner too fast. Can't tell if I just need to stay off throttle longer or what. Or stay on the brake longer, I should say. Well, I went to B1 with that, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to stand. Once I put a certain amount of steering into it, it just doesn't want me to brake anymore. This is actually really, really good lighting for this track too, time of day wise. It's just enough to give a tough time in a couple of the corners, but not so much that it's insane and super tricky. But it also casts some really cool shadows across the track. But most importantly, the track is still nice and warm, which is handy.
Yeah, he seems to be stable on the track. Right behind him.
Yay! That's a good sign then. Because again, I really want to run this combo more than the others. I'm gonna have to take a look and see if I can change the gearing though. Because I can't even get into 6th gear here. I think that's still better than sliding through that corner. Oh. I feel like I could probably still take downforce off and be alright. Oh, down to a 203. Because even there, it doesn't feel like it wants to get into 6th gear. It's like the top end of 5th gear is the end of what I have. So again, at that point, I'm wasting an entire gear's worth of speed that could help me in some of these corners accelerate a little better. But it might be worth trying to take downforce off first. Somehow that was a faster first sector. Felt like a terrible first corner. A really terrible second corner. Or we might still make something out of it here. The tricky thing with taking more downforce off is it's going to take away my stability. Which right now, it's super stable everywhere. I think I'll change the gears first. Before I get any crazy ideas that cause it to become super difficult to drive. I really like the way the steering wheel looks when the sunlight is right on it. It's kind of weird. Oh, that was so much better. Let's see, this will be interesting. So it was 3/10 up in the first sector, then I dropped 2, so it was only 1/10 up in the second. Where do we finish here? 7/10 up. Wow. I gained a lot of speed in that last sector. Oh, Pick hasn't even set a time yet. I was wondering. Usually I'm not that close time-wise to him.
I'm back. Had to step away for a moment. Got a phone call.
We do have drive options.
Okay.
Let's just try 1 click down, because that's a pretty big change. This car really doesn't like cold tires. Some of the GT cars you can still get away with cold tires. But this one not so much. At the same time, you really need to push as far as you can on the cold tires to try and get them up to heat as quick as possible. Now the interesting thing will be if I now am topping out in 6th gear, I'm not going to be sure what to really do about that. I'm really bad at messing with individual gears. So I think in that situation I'd probably just put it back down and deal with not getting into 6th. But I think this should be good, because this should be the longest straight with the most speed. Now we're just hitting the top end of 1st or 6th gear in that. Well, this might actually be a longer straight. Not topping out either of those places, so we've actually got a little bit of room in case we have a tow from somebody, which is always nice to have in the gears. Oh, it really wants to slide there. Boy, does it ever. This has actually put the gears right where I expected them to be for a lot of these corners, which is also kind of nice. So I'm hitting the gears in the way that I expect to. I still feel like I lose time there. Not like in a bad way, just that, well, I guess there's no good way to lose time. But not like in an aggressive way, just that I take it a little bit wrong. But the odd thing is I've tried to, in this car in particular, I've tried to take it the normal way, which is to brake really far through it, and it rips you sideways instead. Yeah, the Toyota LMP1 usually feels really, really good. Particularly on the default setup. So this should actually be 2nd gear in this setup. Yeah, that feels much more stable. And I can attack that corner more aggressively now, which is super useful. Oh, that felt like a fantastic 3rd sector, holy cow. Still slower lap though.
Well, it's about 9 o'clock. Should we go ahead and Skip the race.
Sure.
Everybody feel like they got enough practice and qualifying time?
Oh yeah.
I really don't care either way, honestly. But doesn't matter. Oh, I forgot Mario can't actually talk tonight, so. I think I need to say something in chat, though. I'm kind of surprised I'm still on top. Well, that was a really good first sector.
Mario, the censor, he's okay for going to race.
Yep, yeah, I see that he voted in the lobby.
If it gets 3 votes, it should go. I would think. I'm still dropping time in that second sector. Well, that's not going to be a faster lap anymore. There, it went down to the 3 minutes. That corner right there in particular feels so much better now. Which is
That brought it
really
down to
crazy.
3 minutes.
Just the, only changing the gearing. That's a really crappy set of corners. Oh, it's getting worse. I feel like I'm just pushing a little too hard now. Still managed a faster first sector though, somehow. On my fastest lap, I must have really screwed up that first sector. It's pretty much any sector I put in is faster, or any lap I put in. Now, in the middle of that corner, the car either wants to slide or slide. Like it either wants to slide from the back or slide from the front. Somehow that was a much faster middle sector though. Oh, that felt good. Come on. Be fast. Felt like such a good corner. I still feel like I could probably get away with less downforce. But this is just so much safer to run. Oh, 201.
Nice lap, Hamster. 201.
Yeah, I finally think I'm figuring out this track a little bit better. Took a
Yeah,
long
I'd say.
time. I used to be absolute crap at it in any game. Finally putting enough time into it that I'm getting much better anyway.
That's good.
Yeah, just wait. You wait till you learn Nordschleife.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or I could just not.
I love that track.
Oh, it's such a It's such a good feeling when you do finally get it and
Oh.
learn it. And you know, that's when you start to enjoy it, is when you learn that track.
Yeah, I agree.
I I honestly didn't care for that track when I was trying to learn it. It was hell trying to learn it. But man, once you get it, it's an amazing track.
Oh yeah.
I still stand by my idea that it's a fun track to hot lap around, but I don't like racing other people around it.
Yeah, it's tough to pass though.
Yeah, you basically just have to wait for the guy in front of you to make a mistake, and they usually do.
Yeah, and
You
that's the
put
aspect
enough
I
pressure
really
on
don't
them
like.
and they crack.
I like being able to race side by side a bunch. Oh, car. Oh, car.
Oh, sorry.
Now this is 12 laps, so I don't really want to burn my tires off in a lap and a half. At the same time, with these guys behind me, I really need to take off quickly, because they will hound me like nobody's business. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I really should use the restroom for this. Let's try and make these 12 laps as quick as possible. Oh. Oh, mandatory pit stop song. Yes. Darn.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I turned on mandatory pit. So
Oh,
sometime between now and
I really wish I would have noticed that,
and
Oh, okay.
one time.
because I would not have taken a full tank of fuel. Oh well.
Don't have to necessarily do it on this first lap. Just anytime before the 12th lap.
Uh-oh. Ugh.
Okay.
A little too much curve there. Yeah, basically it'll pop up every lap, but you get to choose when to take it. It's just their way of telling you still have to do one.
Okay.
Just didn't want Mario Pick to think they had to take it on that first lap. It's kind of a roundabout way that Project Cars chose to do that, but without creating a whole nother set of steps, it does make sense as to why, from a programming standpoint, makes a heck of a lot of sense why they would do that, because they can just reuse a lot of stuff that already exists for that, instead of coding a bunch of new stuff. Obviously from an aesthetic standpoint, and usability standpoint, it's not the best. But from a standpoint of just getting that feature out and working, it makes a lot of sense. Well, Mario is right there. I guess on the flip side, I actually can burn through my tires if I really want to, and then just change them on the pit stop. 'Cause, I mean, you have to stop anyway. I don't know if the mandatory stop forces you to stay still for a certain amount of time. I would imagine it probably does. But it'll be, we'll see in about 4 laps where our tires are. And then judge it from there. Hello, beeps. This is a weird feeling. I haven't led a World Racers event since the first one I did with them. Which was GT3s around Hockenheim. It's a very weird feeling for me. I like it though. Knowing myself, I just have to keep from beating myself. Just have to judge tire wear here. I'm up on myself though, so that's good. Oh, that's close. That's probably the corner I struggle with the most anymore, as odd as it is. Just you really need to make a wide, good entry into it. Ah, I want to get back into 201s. I think I did that on the 3rd or 4th lap I was out though. Still pulling away from Mario, so still got plenty of pace. Now if it looks like the tires are actually going to be very, very good, we'll probably just go really late and not bother changing tires. Just see how long it holds us for in a pit stop if we don't do anything. So far it seems like the tires will hold out for us pretty easily. Still kind of surprised that I can create these gaps. Again, these guys are normally much, much quicker than I am. Although Mario's probably a little distracted. Since he's... Well, I guess if he has headphones, then he's fine. But otherwise, he probably has to have the sound really far down. I would assume most people with PCs have at least a pair of generic headphones on. Ah, so close. 2020. Just a little bit more. This is where I start getting myself into issues too, though. When I start trying to push a little bit more and a little bit more, and pretty soon I've spun and lost first place. Looks like Mario took his pit stop. Obviously, it's mostly my my livery that's probably giving me the extra speed. It's obviously worth an extra 2/10 a lap. And again, this is almost to halfway and the tires still feel great. So we're just going to run these tires out as long as they'll last. Push them really hard the whole time. Although we are starting to drop from our prime pace. So if we get to the point where we're still right on the edge pushing, but we've lost about 7/10, then it'll probably be worth coming in. But I honestly think that'll probably be around 9 or 10. That's at least how the car feels. It feels like it's just gonna do whatever I ask it to. Hmm. 2019. Almost had a monster last sector. That was behind the rest of the lap. The craziest thing to me is this is just the default setup plus one click towards acceleration on gears and then a bunch of downforce taken off. So my front wing is at 4, my rear wing is at 3. But the rest of the setup is just default. Normally the default in Project Cars is not all that fantastic. It seems like with this car it's quite a good starting point. Alright, looks like Paradox took his pit stop. Again, as long as I'm putting in fastest laps, I do not want to come in. Because that means I'm on it. Pace-wise. And the last thing I want to do is interrupt that flow. So as long as that continues, we're going to keep going. Which again is surprising considering the wear meter over there. Seems like realistically my front left should not be giving me the same grip level that it was at the start. That was close. That really wanted to come around on me. I'll have to watch out for that as the front starts to get more worn, that I don't try and push it through that chicane too hard. Hey, another 201. Oh, Mario got Paradox. I guess that does make sense in the pit stop that he would cover him. Hopefully the pit stop window doesn't close. That would really suck if all of a sudden 2 laps to go, the pit window closes and I'm disqualified. But considering it opens on lap 1, it should end on the last lap. Or next to the last lap. Now again, I should start to expect to see a little bit of a drop-off. The other big thing is, if I don't see any big drop-off, then we'll just come in and not change tires. Because leaving the same tires on will be obviously much faster than taking the tires off. Half a second. That's not good. It's a very big drop. So we'll do one more lap, and if we're really down in the second sector on the next lap, then we'll come in and we will change tires. I think 30 seconds is probably enough for me to change tires and maintain the lead, but I haven't done any practice pit stops, obviously. I didn't know we were doing a pit stop one. Although again, I really love the strategy aspect. Generally makes it much more interesting in so many ways. And it also usually allows somebody to play a strategy card who may not be quite as fast to possibly not take tires while I may take tires and possibly undercut me. Looks like everybody probably just went with the default, so they probably all took tires. Unfortunately, my stomach is very angry right now. I don't know if it'll hold out to the end of this, which would be really unfortunate. I should have just gone during practice, but that's alright. Oh, not first. Why would I go down to first? How utterly ironic would that be? The first time I'm leading a race by a huge margin and my stomach dictates that I'm not allowed to win. Wouldn't that just be a thing? 1.3, okay, we're definitely coming in. Although again, partially that's just going to be my own concentration loss, and we will be changing tires. And we'll see where that brings us out. But again, lasting this long on tires is really good, because it means if the guys behind did change tires, they're going to be on much older rubber coming into the end of this. Alright, so you definitely want to change no fuel. You do want to change tires. Potentially do softs. Okay, so we only have mediums. Save. Go. Oh, I legitimately don't know if my stomach is going to help though, or hold. Just need 4 laps. Just about 10 minutes. Or 8 minutes. Alright, so we were able to get fresh tires and come out ahead. That's actually more than the lead we had before he went into the pits. So if you remember towards the beginning of the race, when Mario went into the pits to the start, he was about 4 seconds back. So now he's about 7 seconds back. So we did actually increase our lead in those following laps, even though he was on fresh rubber. So all we sort of have to do is just maintain, because his tires will not be as good for this part of the race. Interestingly though, the pit stop is much, much faster than some of the GT cars. So I wonder if it depends on the series. I wonder if the time it takes to change tires sort of depends on the rules of the series and how many people would be allowed over the pit wall in that particular type of racing. Because I know in the GT3s the pit stops are very long. Well, I guess it's also possible I had damage in those other cars and races, now that I think about it. And fixing damage obviously takes quite a while. This is looking up, shaping up like a good outlap. Obviously our 208 was a good in-lap also. Only 7 seconds over our normal time. Looking for about 20 seconds on this. So our outlap was not ideal. 25. But obviously we still came out in front, so it's not bad by any means. pushing hard now, though. He did not have this pace earlier. Though I'm also off pace. 3/10 down in the first sector. I have to avoid pushing super hard, though, because that will just lead to silly mistakes. But I do need to pick it up again somehow. And it kind of just surprises me, because I figured I would easily get back into the pace, particularly with the fuel burning off the car. That's one of the reasons I really wish I had known that there was going to be a well, I wish I had read there was going to be a mandatory pit stop. It's entirely my own fault for not seeing it, because it shows it prevalently on the different menus. But because when you know there's going to be a pit stop, what you can do is only take as much fuel as you need for the first half of the stint. So it would have taken about 7 laps worth of fuel. And then the second stint, you take tires and the amount of fuel you need. So basically it gives you 2 opportunities throughout the race where your car is very, very light on fuel and potentially the fastest that it can be, instead of just one opportunity, where if you fill it full at the start, don't take fuel, and then empty it towards the end. Like I said, you only have one opportunity at that point, where the car is really, really light. But that's one of the more, I hesitate to say advanced, but that's one of the more, I guess risky is probably a better word. It's one of the more risky strategies. Because then if you can't come in after that point, or if you come in earlier, or if you just run it a little bit too late, then you run the chance of running out of fuel while you're out there. Alright, that was a better sector 1. Still a 10th off though. Again, these should easily be my fastest laps. The car is as light as it's been all race. And I have nice, fresh, hot, sticky tires. Although I guess with these tires, even when they're hot, they really seem to come into their own on the 3rd lap. At least with my driving style. They really come in on that 3rd hot lap. Alright, we picked up time in the 2nd sector. Basically, if I'm within a 10th of my fastest time, even if I'm behind it, that's still okay. I just don't want to be more than a 10th off of that. So that means I'm not hitting the track in the correct ways. Well, I guess realistically what that means is I'm not taking advantage of the situation that I have with my car and the fuel more than anything. One more time. We've got a huge buffer. So I don't have to push super hard or anything, I can just cruise up. Oh, wow, that was a really good last sector. Holy cow. I instantly killed my train of thought. Just suddenly put in a 5/10 faster lap there. But anyway, in this situation, realistically I could just cruise. But one of the things I found with myself is as soon as I knock time off of myself and try and sort of cruise, I just end up doing so much worse. I'll hit curbs I haven't hit before in weird ways and then try and accelerate and spin. So for my style and the way that I race, I tend to be much better off just going for it the whole time. Not necessarily pushing over the limit the whole time, but staying on top of the car the whole race. Now other people may be very good at tempering their pace. I mean, you see it a lot in Formula 1, where the leader is ahead by a huge margin and just sort of paces themselves according to what the person behind can do, and either picks it up or slows it down as they need to. I am very bad at that. I tend to just have to go at my pace the whole time, or it throws me off. part of that racecraft that I'm still not good at. Although, to be fair, it is a pretty tricky part of it. And here we go, across the line. Oh, I did a 202 at the end. Whew. I really wanted to be in the 201s there at the end. That was fun, though. Again, even one of the nice things about mandatory pit stops is even when you have seemingly big gaps, it still makes the racing interesting because I knew I had to make a pit stop, so I was still trying to build that gap even though it was 30 some odd seconds. And then when I came out of the pits, he was still right on my bumper, and actually gaining on me for a couple laps there. Oh, that was fun though. Unfortunately, I have to end very, very quickly though, because I really need to use the restroom very badly. So, Alright, that was fun, sirs. Normally, I would not try and go this quickly, but I really have to use the bathroom quite badly, so...
Nice win.
Yeah, nice win. Good job.
Yeah, I finally found a combo I'm good at.
Yeah, apparently so.
Alright, so like I said, apologies for leaving really quickly, but it's going to become an emergency soon, so I will catch you guys later.
All right, man.
Okay,
Take
good.
care.
Disconnected.
Similarly here, gotta go, as usual. Can't do my full outro, but as usual, thank you very much for stopping by, and I will see you guys later.